Well, I went up there first. Well, just coming down Broadway, from the Broadway Bridge down, the homeless camps and the homeless people, and it was just dark coming all the way into town. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like that feeling. I used to be able to ride my bicycle through downtown.
That's what I hear from all the old timers. Is that
I wouldn't do that now.
No, I wouldn't.
You know, I don't consider myself a slouch, but I'm not feeling comfortable with exactly.
And it's like I say, even I've seen where a couple kids and people have been murdered, and it takes an hour and a half for the cops to get there, and people are complaining. It's like, well, but you're complaining, but yet you vote for the people, or you're actively supporting the people that have run. Like I've heard the Portland PD, and I don't know if you know much or not, but I've heard from a police officer there. This was about a month ago. They have 300 vacancies. So I don't know what the total amount is,
but I haven't heard an actual number amount. I just know they have.
Anyway, they're struggling, and they don't have the numbers to protect against regular crime in that town either.
And we're coming into the end of the year. I heard Daryl Turner on Lars Larson's last week, where he's talking about retiring, and Lars asked him about other officers, and he goes, there's a large group who are considering early retirement also. So it's going to get bigger before it gets better. We need someone that's going to be in Portland who will help our officers and get them the help they need. You know, there's just, I mean, they're people like you and I. They're not perfect.
That's the thing that a lot of people are losing track of. Those are human beings. They're not robot drones out there.
So they have feelings, and I just shared a post today. You didn't see this, but I cried after I told this family of their loved one who was killed. I cried when I picked your daughter out of the trenches because she OD'd. And it's like, they are people. And it just got to my heart, and it, you know, was sad that we don't think of our officers as being human just like we are. And they have feelings and they have emotions, and we need to give them support, so when they are hurting, from coming out of a case where they just saw that a little kid was bludgeoned to death, or whatever the situation might be, or, you know, another person, an adult, was just beat up because he had a flag on his chest. You know, that hurts them. They're sad for that person, and now they've got to go talk to that person's family and tell them that their loved one was just killed.
And in this day and age, Joseph, they have to feel like that and go through that, and then have bottles of urine and people spitting in their faces.
Exactly. You know, when they're running crowd control, having someone come up into their personal space and jerking and running their hand up in front of them, and they got to stand there like this. You know, they take the chance of getting hit because they can't actually block that hand, because then it's an act of defending themselves, and that person might take it offensively and retaliate. You know, so, well, they started it, they brought their hand. No, it's not. You know, we got to get away from the second action and look at the first action. Did that first action require a response? Make that person feel like it required a response? You know, that's the type of setup mentality we need to come back to and say, okay, the second person might have been justified at least just pushing you backwards and saying, please stand back, you're too close to me.
Let's start holding the criminals accountable for their behavior, rather than holding the law enforcement for behaviors that they may or may not have even had responsibility in.
Exactly. You know? That it was enticed, you might say. And we can't have that anymore.
We can't.
We got to get away from the responsive, it's because he responded, he's wrong. No, you initiated it. You asked for that. You deserve what you received, and he's doing the job, or she's doing the job that they're supposed to do. Stand back and let them do their job.
We want a society of law and order, right? Even in Portland.
I think the Martin Luther King said something about an injustice somewhere.
With God's help,
hurts justice everywhere. So something to that sense. And it's actually on one of my platforms. I quoted him on that because it's so true. You allow injustice to run, justice gets hurt. And that's what we're seeing today. Everywhere. All the way across the board.
So hey everybody, so if you're listening to me out there, this is Joseph Whitcomb. He is standing up putting together a write-in campaign right now in Portland. God bless him for taking that upon himself, because I'm going to tell you what, out there, like, that in itself is dangerous. Like, a lot of people really don't understand what Portland's like right now. If you can get killed walking down the streets in a Trump hat, you've got to understand that this gentleman is actually putting himself in danger by just simply stepping up and running to office. So everybody out there recognize him. Joseph Whitcomb, write-in candidate for Portland mayor. If you cannot be in Portland, if you've got any extra bucks or whatever, we'll try to get some pins up on, maybe we'll get some GoFundMes, or we'll figure out how to help him with some campaign money. But everybody in this country should be scared for what's happening in Portland right now, and this man's actually putting himself up to make a change. So my hat's off to Joseph Whitcomb, I'm sorry, and we're pushing for him for Portland mayor, you guys.
If you want to look at my platform, www.josephwhitcomb4mayor.com. It'll take you to my page, and you can read up on me.
Awesome, you guys. I just want to encourage anybody, if you can support it all, please do it. Please do it.
Thank you.
So Jerry Dyerson, my friends call me Freedom Joseph. That's sometimes easier to remember.
I think I remember seeing that, yes.
You might. So
yes.
Anyway, good luck to you, and I'll reach out again, because if there's anything I can do to help you, then I would really like to try.
Very great.
Awesome.
God bless you.
You too.